Hi, what's up? Tim Sykes here in Hong Kong. I gotta show you my view. I'm actually about to leave here to go to the airport. This is just the club lounge at the Four Seasons, but I gotta show you this view. Pretty beautiful, look at that. I was staying at the Ritz right over there. Two different hotels for a little while, but this is my little office while I'm waiting. I don't know if you guys can see this. I'll send Pascal, our video editor, the screenshot so you can see. But long story short, Jack Kellogg, great student turned mentor, now helping other students learn. He just turned his $10,000 IRA account in 14 months into $3 million. Leave a comment below if you want to see the details of how he turned 10,000 into $3 million. I think it's worth it, but leave a comment, you tell me, because I'm gonna show Jack this video and I'm gonna show him all the comments of people wanting to learn. So every single one of you watching this, please leave a comment specifically saying how you want to learn, because you should want to learn how to turn 10,000 into 3 million in 14 months. That's basically double what I did in like 1/30th the time when I first turned my 12,000 into nearly 2 million. But let me just show you the outside here. I gotta inspire you with how beautiful the world is. Look at this. This is Hong Kong, and it's not just me and Jack. I'm very proud to announce, should I not hold this over the ledge? I'm proud to announce a new millionaire student, Clay Ruff. Shout out to him. Leave a comment below, congratulate him. By the time I post this, I'll have announced it. Right now, it's a little bit of a surprise. I just said we have a new millionaire student, but Clay Ruff, amazing young guy in his early 20s also. Just, surpassed $1 million just a few days ago. Pretty amazing. So you'll see me, Jack, Clay, and a few other traders in Asia in a little bit. I don't know if I'm gonna take them here to Hong Kong or somewhere else, but there's so much amazing stuff here. I told them I told Clay that he should celebrate. He's like, no, I'm trying to stay humble. I appreciate staying humble, but at the same time, you gotta live it up a little bit. Sorry, it's bright out. How cool are my little glasses to clip on? I'm just gonna be real with you about everything as I watch out over this view. I mean, look at this. Look at all these skyscrapers. Absolutely insane. And I wish more of you could get it because, Clay making $1 million in his early 20s. He also bought a house, which, as you'll hear, I'll interview him. It held him back for a little while because when you take on real world commitments, it can sometimes hurt your trading. But then also Jack, he's made not just 10,000 into 3 million with his IRA, he also made 1.8 million last month, okay? He's now over 17 million in profits. He's a former valet, guys. And now Stratty also, him and Jack gave a webinar, a challenge webinar. Jack is giving weekly webinars, but him and Stratty gave a webinar last week. Amazing webinar to watch. It was, what was the date? I should know the date. The last few days of February of 2025. If you're a challenge student and you want to watch the archive, Stratty is an upcoming student, former gym teacher, now over $700,000 in profits, just had a record week, record month. I think he made what? I want to say like 55,000 on the week and over 100,000 on the month of February. And I'm just so proud of these guys. And they're all working so hard. I myself am not doing that great personally. I wish I had better news, but this market is just not really well suited to me. It's not like every trader in every market is gonna crush it. Stratty and Jack are doing very well because they're literally up at like 3, 4, 5 in the morning, watching the pre-market spikers, ready to trade 7, 8, 9 a.m. Eastern, and oftentimes they're done by 10 a.m., 11 a.m. I'm here in Asia for a few days, and it's tough, guys. Look at this helicopter. Can you see it? Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, it's tough to trade from Asia, especially with the market the way that it is. And unfortunately I have some commitments here. I'm here with actually a few friends, and then I'm heading over to Bali for some of our new charity projects. Just announced the largest donation in my charity's history, $300,000 for 10 new schools. So I gotta do that. it's not the end of the world for me not to be like crushing it trading. Remember, I donate all my trading profits to charity, but I am still competitive. I want to have like record weeks and record months too, but it's just almost impossible, given my schedule, trying to sleep. Like when I wake up, I'm like swearing because I see all these spikers that I missed. Even literally last night, I don't even trade crypto, but last night as I'm filming this, Trump announced a crypto reserve, and literally all of these cryptos, not just Bitcoin, but lower price cryptos like Cardano were spiking. I mean, they nearly doubled overnight. One of the guys who I'm here with literally was texting me. I was asleep. This happened around midnight here, and I was asleep because I was like, I just need my sleep when I can. And he made $30,000 overnight. He probably doesn't want me saying it publicly because he's like a low-key guy, but like that's what's possible in this market. So you have to like decide how dedicated you're going to be. Whether you trade crypto, whether you trade stocks, there are so many opportunities. Whether you're here in Asia and these things are spiking in the middle of the night, whether you're in Europe, whether you're in America, the market is hot no matter where you are. And when I look out at this view and I see like unlimited skyscrapers and it's just beautiful, I think of what you guys have, because you might not realize it, but you have unlimited potential. The reason why I talk about Jack being a former valet, Stratty being a former gym teacher, Clay, I don't know what, I guess he was just like in high school. I mean, he's so young. I don't think he had even like a full-time job. I'll ask him. I'm going to interview him in the next few days, so I'll get the full story. Anybody can do this with the right mindset, with the right strategy, with the right mentors. And it's very cool that now, not only is Stratty having record weeks and months, he's also like taking the lead with Inner Circle. We just did an Inner Circle meetup in Tampa with 15 or 20 students. Freaking awesome. We're going to do another meetup in Mexico in a few weeks. Jack is coming to that one too. Very excited about that. If you click the link below, I'll include 2 links, the challenge and Inner Circle. The challenge is where I've now created 40 plus millionaires from scratch. Inner Circle takes it up a notch, because now we're doing small group in-person meetups, and Stratty, has his own chat room now, and we're doing like Zoom calls. So like it's just a question of how dedicated you are. And there's no pressure, like if you can't commit the time or the money to your education, it's not the end of the world. But it's my honor to have built this amazing team. We're kind of like the Avengers, right? Everyone has like a different superpower, and it's really amazing. And I think that's why we're creating more millionaires from scratch faster than ever before. Tim Grattani, my other 8-figure student, he's been giving webinars, although he's taking some time off now for family time. So, sometimes you can like be very obsessed with your trading, with your teaching, or with your learning. Then life gets in the way. Like for me, commitments here in Asia for the next few days, or, if you have a family, or if you have work, or, you get sick, like don't feel like you have to be there 24/7. I want you to understand that, this is your life. This is your future. The reason why I'm doing this video, I'm sure it's not like a whole, amazing presentation by me, but I want you to just realize that we're real. Whether I'm talking about Tim Grattani, making 16 million now, Jack has made 17 million, Stratty is at 750,000, Clay is just, over $1 million. I was just in Mexico with some other millionaire students. Chris Shunk just had, I think he's up 900,000 in 2 months of 2025. His brother Evan Shunk is up like 300,000 or 400,000. Evan is a former, what was he working at? Like a pizza shop. And Chris was a former music teacher. And then I was also there with JCP in Mexico. He just had a $250,000 month in December. Actually was red in January. I think he was up a little bit in February, but like December was his big month. So this is trading, okay? It's not like everyone is killing it at all the time, but when there's unlimited opportunities, whether it's crypto, whether it's morning spikers, whether you like buying breakouts, whether you like buying dips, whether you like, anything, there's so many plays. And just like this view, I mean, this is what inspired me to do this video. There's so many skyscrapers here, and it seems crazy. It seems unlimited, but this is, I think, the best analogy that I can come up with for the stock market right now. Like this view overlooking Hong Kong Harbor, this is the stock market. okay? Right now, like that's the Ritz. That's kind of like crypto. That's kind of like Bitcoin. And then you have Cardano and all these other little towers. There's Solana, stuff like that. And then, you know, over there in the distance, you got all the little penny stocks like ATCH, which Stratty just nailed. And I wish that A, you can come here in person, but B, that you understand it. And, you know, in an ideal world, you just say, yes, Tim, I understand what you're saying. I'm going to study. I'm going to click the 2 links below. You choose the challenge, which is fantastic. You have, you know, chat room. You got live Q&A webinars, live trading webinars, archived webinars from me and my millionaire students, endless video lessons, DVDs. We have a whole curriculum. You can even literally talk to my dad. He's helping mentor students. Or Inner Circle. You get all of that plus more in-person meetups and more Zoom calls and another separate chat room with other, you know, millionaires. Like, not only is there endless opportunity in terms of trading, but there's endless opportunity in terms of learning. And I'm going to send this to everybody because you need to have the right mindset. I don't want any closed-minded people being like, I'm not going to actually be a millionaire. You talk about your millionaires, but what about those who lose? Almost 90% of traders lose no matter what niche you're talking about, okay? This is an industry full of degenerate gamblers, losers, people who trade with no rules, people who do not learn from the past. They think that turning a few thousand into several million in any period of time, let alone, you know, a short period of time, is impossible. They're very narrow-minded. And I just can't teach narrow-minded people. Like, you have to actually be willing to put in the time, the effort, and invest a little money into your education. Or you can ignore me. You can be as narrow-minded as you want. You don't have to follow any of the rules. You don't have to learn from any of my millionaire students. And you'll probably just lose like most traders. And you'll probably be like, penny stock sucks, trading sucks, Tim Sykes sucks. But if you treat it so casually and you're not truly addicted to learning, you're just not gonna really succeed in the big way that's possible. You think all these skyscrapers built themselves? You think that it was easy? You think that it happened overnight? You think that there was an investment? Wrong, wrong, wrong. Millions, if not billions of dollars, definitely billions, have been invested in this city. It didn't happen in a few weeks, months, or years, but decades. But, you know, this is one of the best skylines I've seen in the world. You know, whether you're talking about Singapore was actually like nothing just a few decades ago. Malaysia used to own Singapore. They got rid of it because they were so embarrassed. And now Singapore has grown up. I got to do a video like this in Singapore. It's crazy too. Same thing with Dubai. These cities are just growing so fast because the people there have big dreams, they're willing to invest, and they're willing to work hard. And they're reaping the rewards of, like I said, you know, for them, billions of dollars in investment in decades. You don't need billions of dollars in investment, and you don't need decades. You do need to invest a little time, a little money into your education, and then try to capitalize on the opportunity. Once upon a time, there wasn't all these skyscrapers. There certainly wasn't the Ritz, okay? There certainly wasn't 100 floors of luxury, or, you know, even here at the Four Seasons is beautiful too. Just a few years ago, definitely a few decades ago, there was hardly anything here. You know, like swampland and trees. And you can say for better or worse, I'm not getting all environmental, but the point is that this city has grown, Dubai has grown, Singapore has grown, the whole world has grown. But the ones that really capitalize push it. And the question I have for you is, are you willing to push it with your own journey? Okay? I can guarantee you, most of the people watching this don't actually believe that you can become a millionaire. You don't think that, you know, people like Jack Kellogg or Chris Shunk or Evans or, you know, now new millionaires like JCP or Clay Ruff are real. They're real. They're real guys. Mari, also, you know, if you're a female, I'm my first female millionaire student. She's actually coming to the Inner Circle in Mexico too. I'm very excited about that. Meet with my top students, talk with them. They're so humble and they're so dedicated. And I love it, you know, like I'm very proud to have taught them, but like, frankly, you know, the student has become the teacher. Like a lot of them trade more aggressively than me. They're making more than me, and that's fine. Like you also have to know your strengths and weaknesses. My strength is really, you know, my experience in passing down the lessons that I've learned, you know, 20 plus years now in the stock market, now guiding people and trying to see where the opportunity is and getting, my students' head in the right space. Like Jack, we talk almost every day now, and I'm trying to keep him in the groove, as I always say, because he's crushing it. He was actually supposed to come to Asia a few weeks ago, and I was like, no, this isn't the time for you. I have my commitments, I can't get out of them. But he was just gonna, kind of like tag along because, he loves Japan. I took him to Japan a few months ago and he loved it. He still hasn't visited his school in Bali. We have a school for him. So I have these commitments, but I also can sometimes say, no, this is not the right time. And both him and I agreed, when you're on a hot streak in a hot market, you buckle down and focus. So I'm glad that he did that. I still enjoyed Asia. I'm still enjoying it, but at the same time, I'm just not optimized, to really crush it in this market just because of my sleep schedule. If I didn't have to sleep, it would be different. But I tried to trade and catch all these spikers in December when I was in Asia, and I ended up getting sick and having a red month. So sometimes you just have to accept where you are in life. And in the future, I won't make so many commitments. I just didn't expect this market to be this hot for this long, and it's just crazy. So that's my bad for underestimating it. I tell you guys to have, huge dreams and aspirations and looking out here. I need to do better sometimes too, and I need to learn to say no to some charity projects and to some trips. So that's my New Year's resolution. But again, I'll be honest with you about what I do right, about what I do wrong. Don't cry for me, okay? I'm still making quite a bit of money from trading. I still donate all of it to build schools. I now finally make some money from teaching. Some people think, oh, Sykes, you just make millions of dollars teaching. My company actually lost money in both 2022 and 2023. 2024 was our first profitable year in 3 years. Why is that? Because we've invested. Just how I tell you to invest in your future, just how I give you examples like this where they invested in their future, I've been investing. We have an amazing team now. We've been adding great support and mentors and software and tools for all the students. We have a bunch of AI programs and a lot of expensive AI programmers who created them. So I don't mind taking losses because I believe in, teaching. I believe in the students. And I know that investing in the future, even if you have a down month, or for me, like down 2 years in terms of financial, sacrifice, I think it's worth it. And now you're seeing more and more millionaires being created as a result. And I think that's what you need to do. So I think that, sorry, my arm is getting tired. I think that you need to be willing to take some losses in trading and investment up front, but you got to start the process. I'm filming this video because too many of you haven't started the process. You see my millionaire students, instead of getting inspired, you get bitter. You're like, why isn't this me? It's not you because you haven't taken the first step. It's not you because even if you've taken the first step, you haven't taken the second or the third step. Everything you see here has been years in the making. Nothing worth doing, nothing great happens overnight. You'll see a video come out soon that I've been working on for quite a while where I say it's a marathon, not a sprint, for several hours. And I've been filming it all over the world. In fact, I actually have to do one little thing here too. But it truly is a marathon and not a sprint. And I can't guarantee if you'll be my next millionaire student, I guarantee you that I'll teach you every single thing that I've learned the hard way over 20 plus years. And I think that can only speed up your, learning. And now my team and I, not just me, also help mentor. And now we have endless tools, research tools, scanning tools that really help speed it up so that you can focus on the best stocks right away. Anyways, 2 links to click below. You choose the challenge, which I think is fantastic, or if you want to take it up a notch to the inner circle, I think that's great too. You choose your dedication level. Maybe you don't want to take it very seriously and you just want to, watch free YouTube videos. That's fine too. You choose your future. You choose how much time, how much money, how much effort you're going to commit. But I'll tell you, the more time and money and effort that you commit up front, the better your odds of success in the long run. And then building a foundation properly too. That's a whole nother video. I never even had a mentor. I never built the proper foundations. So I'm hurting personally, but my loss is your gain because I teach you from my mistakes too. Anyways, I had to get going to the airport. I wanted to inspire you. I had to show you this view. Leave a comment below. Let me know if you understand it. Congratulate Clay on surpassing $1 million. Thank Jack for sharing all of his amazing trades and his journey so publicly. And thank you to my whole team. You know, now, 40 plus people on the team, and we're really changing lives. So I'm looking forward to teaching you if you want it. Cheers.